Our scrimmaging today, like, was it just a weather decision, or what, Saturday Joe's not want to do anything?
Yeah, so, you have to try to look way down the road when you got a sheet of ice and snow under it, or whatever, vice versa. And we just said, we're going to look at it Thursday. We knew we were going to pitch Friday. We needed to submit the throw. A couple of our guys are going to go early, in a couple of weeks, kind of get them on track. And then Saturday we thought for sure we'd get outside, but Thursday wasn't looking good. So we just said, hey, we're going to skip Saturday, take that day off. So we have to give them a day off every week, and then go Monday instead. So we gave them Saturday off, went Sunday, and we're going to go today about 2:40.
In the couple weeks since you've gotten back from the fall, has there been anybody that's kind of stuck out to you that maybe changed the way you viewed them in the last few weeks, or made a little move?
I don't really think anybody's made me think, wow, this guy's a lot better than he was, or maybe the other way. I kind of saw, or kind of seen so far what I saw in the fall, and positions, and maybe the order of pitching is for the most part what we thought, and that can all change. And the first weekend's the first weekend. Everybody's excited, and a lot of times you don't do what you're going to do throughout the season, but it does give you an idea what you need to work on. I don't know. I just feel like that our team's about had enough of practicing, and they're ready to go play somebody else.
You got a good sense who Texas will start against you?
Yeah, they'll start a lefty, their best pitcher, I would think. I mean,
yeah.
He was in their rotation last year, and I think, I would think, I'm not coaching their team, but you'd think that they would go with the guy that has been there, and there might be somebody on their staff that's really good, but he hasn't pitched against a Division I team yet, or that type of environment. So I think that's our guess. But whoever they throw out there against us, we need to do a good job and get to the next guy.
What's your take on this 10-run rule, this experimental deal?
Yeah, it's not really experimental. I think it is what it is. We actually have a 10-run rule on getaway day if there's an issue with travel. And now they put it in. So I guess the way I look at it, if I'm up 10 or I'm up 9, I'm going to try to score, try to save some pitching. If I'm getting it handed to me, if you get beat by 10, let's get ready for tomorrow and not waste any pitching, and just give some youngster a shot to go pitch in a conference game, and let's get out of here, get ready for tomorrow.
I guess y'all have the option to have a runner on second in extra innings. Is it safe to say you're probably not going to do that?
No, I'm not agreeing to do that. I think so. They asked us to talk about that last year. We could have done it last year too, on getaway day, Sundays. But both coaches would have to agree on it. The way it works, the batter who hit, made the last out the inning before, goes to second base. We did it when I coached with Team USA when we were playing our national teams, and so then do you bunt or you just hit? There's a lot going on. You playing for one, or you want to try to score more? Because I'll tell you that you probably better score more. One's probably going to end up tied again because they're going to probably score. But I don't feel like, I'm not going to say, yeah, I want to do that. I want to play regular baseball. And knock on wood, I've never tied a game. How about that? Which is crazy, because when you coach junior college ball for 5 years, you coach a Division I or Division II for a year, and then Division, you're going to tie a game because somebody doesn't have lights or something crazy happens. We've never tied a game. So I think I would just choose 100% to let's just play regular baseball.
Coach, you talked about the chemistry up there and all the new guys. Yeah. Is it kind of surprising that they've been able to gel like they have, and what do you think has been the key to that?
I think, first off, I just think that they kind of like each other, and it's just they're a bunch of good guys. And when we recruit kids that are older, junior college transfers, we really try to talk to their coaches and what's he like, is he selfish, just any question you can ask. And they were all like they really like their kids. And a lot of times coaches just tell you stuff to maybe because they want you to recruit their kid, but I think these coaches were pretty sincere, and it's really worked out. I think that you got all these new guys in, and they're living together. You got 4 in one room, a big 4-bedroom over here, and another one, and they're kind of in the same area, because we had a little bit of an issue finding housing for guys this summer, helping them. And a lot of these guys were out of town, so they all ended up kind of living by each other in some duplexes and stuff. And they've told me they kind of just leave their back door open, and those guys will come in, and it's kind of neat, And mean, every one of them told me that they really like the guys on the team, and I guess to answer your question, yeah, it's a little bit unusual maybe, or I didn't expect it to happen this fast. Usually when it happens, it's 20 games into the season when you're just fighting for your life, and they either going to pull for each other, or if you don't, then we got to flip it, or we're in trouble. But it's good to, they're all trying to play, so they know the spots are wide open, and I just think that they're nice to each other, but they're still fighting. They want to play over their roommate, that's for sure.
Who won the ping pong tournament? Do you know?
Oh gosh, I kind of did know. Yeah, I think one of our shortstops was pretty good, and I don't know who it was, but I'll try to find out
Yeah,
for you.
pretty good.
I think you said Cooper Dossett was going to throw today. I think during the fall you said he might be a redshirt candidate. What have you seen from him so far?
Well, he was a redshirt candidate in the fall because he was hurt, and he got hurt his senior year. Didn't pitch all the time either. He's a big, strong kid for his age. He's really strong in the weight room. He worked extremely hard, and he's thrown twice. Or this will be the second time that I've seen him throw to hitters. Coach has seen him throw a lot more, but he didn't throw off the mound much in the fall at all. And his first outing was pretty good. It was 1 inning. Today will be 1 to 2 innings, and like all the righties, he's throwing the ball 93, 96, and there's more in there. And he's got a good breaking ball. So, if he can continue to do that, throw strikes, and the thing the young guys got to show us that they can manage the game. Can they hold runners? Can they fill their position? Because if not, they'll get exposed.
Coach, seems like it's been a tough go at it for Zach Morris since the fall. Just what have you seen from him?
You must have been at the scrimmages. So I know you were. So yeah, I mean, it's been a little frustrating for him. He's like yesterday, he gets the leadoff hitter down 1-2, Josenberger, who has a knack for fighting off pitches. Next thing you know, it's 3-2 and he walks. And then he's worried about the runner at first. I mean, if you just look at the sequence, and he throws a fastball, and Stovall hits a line drive to left for a single. Callie fights off a few pitches and then hits one off the batter's eye. It's 3-0. He hadn't got an out. Then he pitched good. I mean, then he gets 3 out. He won't score. We don't score the next game. He's frustrated. We still have a lot of confidence in him. Maybe he just needs to pitch against somebody with different color uniform on.
And then last weekend we saw Brady Slavens at third for a couple innings.
Yeah.
Can you kind of talk about that?
Did you see him at third yesterday for the last inning? He must have left. So.
I didn't see him yesterday.
Yeah, and the ball found him twice in 1 inning. It's good. He made the play. It's where he played in junior college. Played there a lot. Not saying I'm going to play him there, but it's an option. And I think with this team, because I have 3 or 4 guys that aren't going to be able to start that are good hitters. They're just either young or they're more of a hitter. And I think that we will, if we need to, we'll pinch hit. So we might have to move some people around. Maybe a guy can't play third, but I can break my first baseman over to play third, and we can put him at first. Things like that. We're just trying to think of things that could happen during a real game, and we don't want to be caught off guard or catch them off guard. So we've worked him over there. Like today, you're going to see one of our first basemen playing third on one of the teams that he's going to play there all day because I think he's pretty good over there.
Bolton and Stovall weren't running yesterday. What's the update with them?
So Stovall in pre-workout, we were working on fly ball pop-up communication, and it went great, by the way, because we've been outside to do it really. He the wind pushed the ball back, and so he had to back up. He kind of twisted his ankle, just tweaked it. He rolled it right in front of me, and it was on the infield. And then Bolton in the indoor on Friday just kind of tweaked his hammy just a little bit, but he's okay. You saw he made some really nice plays in the field. We just don't want him sprinting right now, just until that thing calms down a little bit.
I know Bolton's still, working kind of with that first unit, with the lineup, but Cole had a really good day yesterday. Just what's the latest you've seen between that battle at shortstop and how each guy is kind of handling it?
Cole's gotten better, but Bolton's been the most consistent, and they're both going to get to play. Obviously Cole's going to bring a little more offense to the game, a little power potential there too. They both run about the same, so you got to play shortstop or you got to play defense. You're playing short. That's the bottom line.
I think you said Hagan threw on Friday when y'all were inside. How did that go for
Real
him?
good. And Hunter Holland did too. He threw really good. So that's pretty good lefties right there. And Holland, we can use him for anything, as we could Hagan, but probably get an opportunity to start those guys first weekend somehow.
Anything else for Coach?
Thanks, Jay.
Okay.